Hi, nice to meet you. I like your hair.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Ying. I'm a psychology student. So, as part of my assessment, this whole process will be recorded. Do you mind with that?
No, I don't mind it at all.
Okay. I just want to check in with you. Have you been to counseling before?
No, I haven't.
That's okay. We can work through that. I want to check in with you as an important part of the counseling. Although what we talk about today will be private, there are three kind of situations. I need to talk about you to other people. Firstly, if I may concern that you are at the risk of harm, or there was a harm done to you in the past, or there is someone else at the risk of harm, I need to disclose it to somebody else. So it's not just between you and me. Secondly, I may require by the law to disclose the recording due to the cases before the court. And thirdly, I take the identified cases into supervision sections to maintain the high quality of counseling to provide it to my client.
Yes.
Yeah, fortunately, what we talk about today will always be private, and you are in control about everything you are saying. And there are the most cases. If you need further help, I'm always be there. And for the situations, we want to work together, provide a safely place for us to work out the situation great, safely, and work collaboratively. Do you have any concern or questions about that?
No, not at all. Thank you.
Great. So what brings you to counseling today?
It started when I moved here in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
So at first it was very exciting. The idea of like moving to a different country, being independent, experiencing new things sounds very exciting for me.
Mm-hmm.
But then as the day got closer to moving to Australia, I just started to feel anxious, nervous, because I just realized how different it is going to be for me. Like having to adjust to a very different environment from what I used to.
Okay.
Especially I'm alone.
Okay.
So yeah. And then when I came here to Australia, I came here to like pursue my studies in uni, so I could help like my family in the future. But then I just realized when I moved here, it's a very much struggle to like adjust to a very different environment. And having friends, like finding new friends, it's so hard because I cannot speak English that well, and it's so hard to express myself.
Okay.
Compared to when I was back home. So I don't know, I just feel very lonely and sad most of the time. I feel like it affects my studies at
Okay.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christine, it sounds like you're having a bit depressed right now. Yeah, you have. It sounds like you're having this kind of difficulty adjusting to the new life you are facing right now. There are a lot of changes to your life since you come to Australia, and such as feeling lonely, having difficulty making friends, and adjusting to the new life. They are all kind of challenges you are facing right now, and yeah, you kind of also disappointed because it's not the life you expected after you come to Australia. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah. So I feel like I've been struggling to like do anything because I've been feeling, I don't know, depressed and sad, lonely. I just feel this all negative emotion at the same time, which is like, I don't know, it's like stressing me out because it affects my studies as well, which is not really good because I came here to like pursue my studies and then suddenly I'm not doing it well and correctly. It's very stressful to like balance everything. It's so hard because I cannot express myself to anyone here until I came here today.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long you have been have this kind of feeling? How long you have been happening for?
It actually started even before I came here, like a week or like few days before I came here. It's because that's just when I realized how I'm gonna be far away from my home, from what I got used to
Okay.
have from my family and friends. I realized that it's a very different environment. I'm not sure that I'm gonna find the happiness that I want here.
Okay.
Like, it's not always guaranteed that I'll have everything I want in here.
So it happened before you came to Australia. So it
Yeah.
you are anxious before you come to Australia. You are not sure what is going. You are not really sure like how your life is going to be in Australia. So this kind of stressness, depression started before you came to here.
Yes.
How much they will impact on your social well-being? Like how much it impact on your health?
Well, I feel like it impacted me so much, like negatively, because I noticed how I lacked motivation to do anything at all, like studying. Sometimes I got so tired, like buying groceries because I don't want to go out. So most of the time I just order like takeouts, which is very unhealthy for me, which is not really good, I know, but it's just that I cannot really get myself to like go out there, which I really need to, I know, but it's just hard.
Yeah. You know, Christine, it sounds like it gave me this kind of impressions that give me the kind of it sounds like you are lack of motivation to do anything. So this kind of depression and stressness in you that really impact on your health really much, negative and really negative impact on your health, and your lack of motivation to do anything, like getting up and you don't want to study anymore, like this kind of situation. That's very normal for you to feel this way because you are having depressions over things. And so I want to summarize this bit about what we covered so far. And is that okay? We want to take a few minutes to summarize what we covered so far to check my understanding you correctly. You're having this kind of depression, because you are facing a lot of difficulties in your life right now, and you find yourself having difficult in adjusting to the new environment, such as feeling lonely because you couldn't make new friends, and you feel helpless because you are getting away from your family, so there's nobody you can talk to, and also there's stress from your schoolwork, and you have lack of motivation to do anything in your life, and this kind of stress really impact you negatively on your health and on social well-being, and that's all these kind of problems really weighting you down, like make you have this kind of negative feelings.
Yes, it does, like weight me down a lot.
How do you find yourself cope with these problems right now?
Well, I feel like I'm doing really bad right now. Like, I'm very disappointed because I find it hard to like put myself back up again. This is the only hope that I got, like counseling, because I don't know how else I'm gonna help myself.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know, just feeling depressed all the time and sad, lonely, and stressed. Just all these negative emotions, like burdening me so much. Sometimes I just want to like give up and like go back, but then I cannot disappoint my family. So then there's also that, which is a lot of pressure for me.
Okay, very understandable. You try to cope this problem as best as you can, but turns out it's not helpful at all, because these negative feelings, emotions really impact you really much, and you find you couldn't deal with these problems very well. I can, even the way you're describing it and your behaviors, and even I can hear from your voice how frustrated you are. And how do you talk this to your parents and friends in your own country?
Well, I haven't really like mentioned anything about the struggles I had here in Australia
Okay.
because I don't really want to burden them. Like, I came here to pursue my studies and so I can help them in the future. I don't want them to see that I'm struggling and wanting to give up because I know I'm gonna disappoint them.
Okay.
It just pressures me a lot. There's a lot of pressures going on, but I just don't know what to do anymore.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's very normal for you to not upsetting your friends and families in your country because all these problems you have right now, you want to overcome it yourself and want to keep it by yourself. That's very great for you to come to the counseling and there's talk to me and there's somebody you can talk to, and for you, your friends and families in your country, you don't want to upset them. Like you don't want them to get disappointed in you.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of feeling you don't want them to
Yeah.
to feel like this kind of frustration. You don't want to worry them. Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
solve this problem by yourself.
Yeah, exactly, which is kind of hard, like doing everything by yourself. I'm already alone by myself, and
Yeah, and can you tell me like what are the difference you find in your life in your own country and the life you have right now after you come to Australia?
well, in the Philippines, it's so much easier because there I have a lot of friends. My family is always there to support me. Like I lived with my family my whole life.
Okay.
Like I'm used to their presence, and now suddenly I have no one. Just very different, and it just makes you really feel lonely and alone with everything. And the language you speak as well. Like speaking in my own language, I can express myself better rather than English, which also like a struggle. That's why I struggle to like find friends
Okay.
and yeah, express myself. It's just struggle here.
Okay. So comparing to your life before, which is quite happy life, and you got family and friends to talk to, and you got very close, tight family relationship, and compared to after you come to Australia, it's totally different. There's no one you can talk to, and there's you don't want to upset your parents, so you don't like tell them your difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you feel lonely because there's no one you can talk to. You don't want to talk to your problems to them.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so this kind of feelings made you really upset.
It was very upsetting.
Tell me what are the reasons you decided you come to Australia?
It's also because since I've been living with my parents my whole life, I feel like I need to start being independent.
Okay.
Like I need to learn to like stand up on my own.
Okay.
So that's what also motivated me.
Okay, so you want to be independent after you
Yeah.
come to Australia. So that's why you come like alone here. Yeah.
Yes.
That's fair enough. You want to pursue your career and want to have a happy life and want to achieve something in your life. I thanks for your cooperation. I just realized our time is come to the end. I want to take a few minutes to summarize what we covered so far. And I really appreciate the courage you come to this counseling and share difficult moments with me. Yeah. And I want to take a few minutes to summarize what we covered so far. And the reason for you to come to the counseling today is you are having depressions, adjusting to the new life after coming to Australia. You feel lonely, disappointed, because after coming to Australia, the life is not what you are expected. You're feeling lonely because you have difficulty finding friends to talk to. So maybe next section we look for these problems, discover this problem a little bit more, discuss it a little bit more, and look for strategies and to cope these problems. Do you think that will be okay?
I think that sounds great to me.
Okay, I will see you next time. Thanks, Christine.
Thank you so much.